we have completed electric current 4 sets. Okay, so total I have covered 200 plus bits in the electric current chapter. At the same time, I have already covered before that metallurgy. There also have covered 200 plus bits. So if you have not watched that chapter, please go and watch that chapters in my channel. So today I am with another chapter that is called as our electromagnetism. Okay, third chapter. So in this chapter also I'll be going to cover more than 200 plus bits. So this is our first set number 1. Okay, let's see directly into our first question. See the first question: the effective length of the magnet. So length of the magnet. So effective length of the magnet, from where to where we can observe the magnetic field. So effective length is nothing but, if you take a example, for example, if you take a bar magnet having poles, north and south pole, so effective length of the bar magnet start from north pole to south pole. So what we can say that it is the distance. It is the distance between the two poles of the magnet. Option number B is our answer. Second question: the conductivity of the magnetic substances for the line of force from with respect to air is called as. So the conductivity of the magnetic force of lines of force with respect to air is called as magnetic permeability. It is denoted with mu naught. Okay, so magnetic permeability is nothing but it tells about that how much, if you consider an air in a region, how much amount of magnetic field lines can pass through an area, not in the area, a substance, a material. So each material has certain property of magnetic field that can be passed through it. So that tells about the magnetic permeability. Okay, so magnetic permeability, the conductivity of the magnetic substances of lines of force with respect to air. They have given air, so if it is air, you will be writing it as mu naught. Okay, so it is called as our magnetic permeability. Let's see the third question: magnetic field lines form circles in space. Okay, so we have seen, if it is a straight wire carrying current, there, if a current is passing through the straight wire, the magnetic field will be formed in a concentric circles, right? So they have the same thing here, circles. So it's, what we can say that around a current carrying wire. Option number B is our answer. So I already have conducted 2 mock tests, as you are all asking to keep the mock test, and I have already given you the result also today, those who have written the mock test. So mock test will be given in the group, WhatsApp group. I have already given in the description part. There you can find this WhatsApp group number, and those who are very much really interested, we can have that group. Okay, let's see the next question. So you tell me, a Tesla is equals to how much? A Tesla is the unit for what? Can anyone say it? Tesla is the unit of what? Tesla is the unit of magnetic flux density. B. Now if you observe the option, they have all given in Newton. Newton is the unit for what? Force. So we want to find the relation between the force and the magnetic flux density. Can anyone say it? You can have a force formula, right? Effect of magnetic force on the current. What is the formula for effect of magnetic force on the current? F is equals to Bill. If that current is passing perpendicular to the field, you will be using this formula, F is equals to Bill. Just remember the word as Bill. It's very easy to remember. Now B is what? B is our magnetic flux density denoted with Tesla. Yeah, I means current, L means length. If you bring these two factors to the left side, become what? Division. So what I can write? F by I into L. F is measured in Newton. Yes. Current is measured in ampere. L is measured in meter. So Newton per meter, ampere meter. What is that? Newton per ampere meter. Tesla is equals to Newton per ampere meter. Where is that? Newton per ampere meter. Option number B is our answer. Okay. A magnetic flux is exposed in. A magnetic flux, number of field lines passing through a unit area, is called as magnetic flux. Magnetic flux is denoted with Weber. So Weber. Now what about the Gauss? Gauss is the CGS unit of what? CGS unit of magnetic flux density. Whatever the Tesla you have learned, this is our SI unit. Okay, CGS unit is Gauss. Okay, Oersted is the unit for what? Magnetic. Sorry, SI unit. Oersted is what? Oersted is the unit for magnetic field strength. Okay, let's see the next one. The vertical component of the Earth's magnetic field. Vertical component of the Earth magnetic field will be what? Will be 0 at the equator, not geometric pole. will be 0 at the magnetic equator, at the center magnetic equator. Let's see the 7th question. The SI unit of inductance, Henry, can be written as. Now, first thing you must know what is meant by inductance, then only we can write it. So, inductance is nothing but. So, whenever there is a change, what we have learned, so whenever there is a change in the flux, EMF will be induced. Same thing here, EMF can be induced whenever there is a change in the current also. Okay, di by dt, whenever there is a change in the current also, we can find EMF will be induced. Okay, so this is the V is proportional to di by dt, we can write like this also. So when we remove this proportionality sign, we can simply write as L di by dt. V means we can say it as EMF. Okay, here L is called as the inductance. Okay, there is another formula for inductance. L is equals to phi by I. L is equals to phi by I. Okay, now if you observe here, phi by I means what? Phi is measured in Weber, I is measured in amperes, so Weber per meter square is Weber per ampere is correct. Just now we have seen that if you write L is equals to what is on L, V is equals to L into di by dt. If I bring this value to here, what we can write? V into dt by di. So volt second per ampere, is also correct. Joule per ampere square also be the correct answer. So what we can say, all of these is our answer. Option number D is our answer. Power factor of 1. Now you must know what is the power factor. Power factor is nothing but it's a ratio of real power to the apparent power. Real power to apparent. What is the real power and what is the apparent power? Real power is nothing but what is the power that is passing through a circuit. It's called as real. Apparent power means what? How much amount of power is consumed by the electrical component when this power is passing through this circuit. Okay, that is called as the apparent power. So real power by apparent power is called as power factor. Power factor is 1 for what they have us. It is about our pure capacitor. Capacitor means what? The device which shows the energy. So for pure capacitor, power factor will be 1. So option number B is our answer. Okay, understood? Yes. So as I already told that electric current chapter and metallurgy, principle of metallurgy chapter also have already have uploaded in the YouTube. 200 plus bits are there from each chapter, so you can go there and watch there. Okay, let's see the next page. Let me zoom it. Okay, the AC voltage across the resistance can be measured by using. So AC voltage, they have said. Voltage is measured using by what? Voltmeter only. If you observe here, first one they have given potentiometer. What is this? Potentiometer is an instrument that is used to measure the DC. Okay. Now hot wire voltmeter. Now what is this hot wire? So hot wire. So what is this hot wire, sir? So hot wire is nothing but if you take any conductor and if that conductor is connected to a source, when it is connected to a source, what will happen? The current will be passing through the conductor. So the current when the current is passing through that wire, then that wire is called as a hot wire. So for that, if you are connecting a voltmeter across it, we will be measuring the voltage present across the terminals of this conductor, right? So it is called as our, what is that answer? Hot wire voltmeter. So AC voltage across the resistors can be measured by using hot wire voltmeter. Understood? The device used for producing the electric current. From where you'll get the electric current? From the generator. Generator is also called as what? Dynamo. So generator is our answer. At the time of short circuit, I think this question has been repeated has been already explained in the what? Electric current, I think. Set 3 or something. Okay, at the time of short circuit, the current in the circuit, what will happen to the current? It will increase. How? Slowly? Continuously? No, it will increase heavily. Option number C is our answer. The magnetic field inside a long straight solenoid. So if you observe a solenoid, long wounded wire is called as solenoid. So solenoid will appears like what? Solenoid will appears like a bar magnet. So whatever the magnetic field solenoid will generate, it looks similar with the magnetic field generated by the bar magnet. So they have said inside the solenoid. So if you take this one, So outside solenoid magnetic field will be non-uniform, but inside it all the magnetic field line will be moving parallel, so it will be uniform. So what we can say here, if you observe the option, it is 0, that is wrong, decreases at the towards the end wrong, increases towards wrong. It is same at all points. Why it is same at all points? Because inside the solenoid all the magnetic field will be moving parallelly. Parallel means what? Constant only, constant. So what we can say, it is same at all points. Okay, no, still questions are there in that page. The core of the ultramagnet is made of. So if when we'll be discussing this chapter concept called as ultramagnetic induction, when we take a cylindrical what is that, cylinder, and around it if you want a wire, and there we can see a what is that, disc is placed on it, and it is connected to a source. We can observe that disc will be levitating here, and there we'll be discussing that whatever the cylinder we will be taken, that will be made of soft iron. Okay, so core of the electromagnet should be always made with soft iron. In an electric motor, the transfer of energy. Electric motor means what does the motor will do? From what to what? So here we will be sending this electricity, and this motor, the rotor part of the motor will be rotating. So it is what? Mechanical. So electrical to mechanical will take place in the motor. Domestic circuit always have this in series. So what you'll connect in series? Fuse only, right? Fuse will protect the electrical components from overload. So what we can say, that fuse should be always connected in series. Option number A. The current that changes direction after equal interval of time. What is that current? If you take an AC current, so if you observe here, there will be a positive half cycle, negative half cycle for F. So here what we can observe, that here it is changing at equal interval of time, positive, negative, positive, negative. So what we can say is our AC. So what about DC, sir? DC is nothing but it is a constant current. Okay, AC is our answer. Let's see the 17th question. 17th. Electric generator, AC. For AC, what we will use? Slip rings we will use. Solenoid. Solenoid is what? Ultramagnetic induction. Okay. Dynamo. Dynamo means what? Okay, wait. Let's see it again. AC generator will be using our slip rings. DC generator will be using our two half slip rings. So B, first one is B and fourth one is C. B, C, only one option. Option number A is our answer. Okay, solenoid is our soft iron core, and dynamo is our electromagnetic induction. Why? Because dynamo from there only we'll be getting this current. Okay. So option number A is our answer. Everyone understood? Before I say the answer, you just try to say the answer from that choice as given. Next page loading. Let me zoom it. Now you told me this one. One will say live wire. Colors they have asked. What is the color of the live wire? Live wire means what? Just now we have said when the current is passing through that wire, it is called as a live wire or hot wire or something. Okay, live wire color. Is it blue? Is it brown? Is it three system or is it green? Live wire color will be always brown in color. Okay, neutral wire. Neutral wire is our A. I think you can guess the answer by, because if in the options only one option starts with B. Okay, and the earth wire will be our green. What about house wiring? It is three system. What is this three system? Here whatever the three wires are given, it's all got a three system. In your houses you'll be having three wires. One is our what is that, phase, neutral and the earth. Okay, so option number B is our answer. Okay, next one, right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule tells about two factors. What are those? Force and the direction of force and the magnetic field. So we can say that direction of force due to magnetic field. Now remember Fleming's left hand rule and Fleming's right hand rule is there, right? So you remember this, right? R-I-G is there, right? So you just remember this G as generator. So what a generator will do, it will induce the current. Current is produced in it. So if you observe here, Fleming's right hand thumb rule is for what? Direction of the induced current. So 1 is D and 4 is B. 1 is D and sorry. One is not. Well, see, right hand thumb rule tells about the direction of magnetic field. Sorry, I thought Ampere's right hand thumb rule. It is right hand thumb rule they have asked. Okay, right hand thumb rule tells about what? Right hand thumb rule tells about two factors. One is our what is that? Current. Other one is our magnetic field. So when a current is passing through the conductor, a magnetic field will be generated, and its direction will be set in the thumb rule, right hand thumb rule, not Ampere's right hand thumb rule. So one will be our C, direction of the magnetic field, and as I just now said, what is it? Fleming's right hand thumb rule tells about direction of the induced current, and Biot-Savart law tells about the amount of magnetic field, magnitude of magnetic field, and Fleming's left hand rule. Fleming's left hand rule is similar to Ampere's right hand thumb rule. Okay, so what we can say. One is C. One is C. Where is C? Only one option that will C. Option number A is our answer. Let's see the next one. Magnetic flux density. Magnetic flux density formula is what? Pi by A. Pi by A. Pi is measured in what? Weber. Area is measured in meter square. Weber per meter square. So phi means what? Magnetic flux. Flux by area. Option number D is our answer. SI unit of induced current. Induced current or current unit is what? Ampere only. Option number D. Let's see the 22nd question. They have given one figure here. As shown in the figure, a positive charge moves into a speed v in a constant uniform field directed into the page. Okay, they have given this figure directly into the page. Okay, next what they have given, direction of the velocity is perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. Okay, so what they have said, that charge is moving perpendicularly into the magnetic field. Okay, then the direction of force on the charge is now you tell me what will be the answer. Direction of force, perpendicular direction of the magnetic field. So what will happen, they have asked. So if they observe here, it is moving towards east and it is field is perpendicular. So what we can observe, that direction of the force will be upward direction. So upward direction means what? If you observe here, north, east, south, west, upward direction is our due north, towards north. Option number A is our answer. Next page. Oh sure. Okay, magnetic field is uniform where? When the magnetic field be uniform, when the strength and the direction is constant, then only we can say that it will be uniform. So strength and direction of magnetic field is constant. Option number B. Tesla is the SI unit. A few minutes back only we have seen that Tesla is the SI unit of magnetic flux density. Option number B. Dash is generated in the closed loop and is equal to the rate of change of magnetic flux. When the magnetic flux is changing with respect to time, what is induced? EMF will be induced EMF. It is not motion EMF, induced EMF. Okay, now 26th question. A particle of charge q with mass m is moving in a speed v perpendicular to the magnetic field of induction B, the radius of the circular path. So it is an important I think example in the textbook. You observe that. So radius of the path formula, what you will get when you do that problem, you will get mv by bq radius. When they ask time period, 2 pi m by bq, that is the answer. So here they have asked the radius, so mv by bq. Option number D is our answer. The magnetic lines of force inside the current carrying solenoid. We have seen that inside the solenoid, what we can observe. What they have was magnetic lines of force inside the solenoid. Okay, what is the first option? They have given along the axis and are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so along the axis and parallel to each other. No, that is correct only, right? Inside the bar magnet or solenoid, both are same. What we have seen that whatever the magnetic field is that is passing inside, it will be moving parallel, right? That is the reason we'll be saying that magnetic field will be constant. What we can say that here along the axis and it is parallel to each other. Option number A. Still there in that page. The essential difference between the AC generator and DC generator. What is that? AC will have slip rings and BC will have two half slip rings, which is also called as commutator. What is that answer? AC has slip rings and while the DC has commutator. Option number D. Which of the following will be produced which can produce maximum induced EMF? So EMF will be generated when there is a change in the flux. When high EMF will be generated when there is a maximum change in the flux, then maximum EMF will be induced. So change in the flux means what? If you take frequency, right? Frequency is nothing but number of cycles per second. So when the frequency is changing more, then we can say that more EMF will be induced. If you observe the option 500 Hertz, that is only correct. 500 means what? 500 cycles per second. So now large amount of flux being changed in per unit time. So we can say that 500 Hertz. So we can say that option number is our answer. And that page is over. Next page, let me zoom it. See, these questions may look little bit tougher, but it is important. If you know this concept, you can if any simple questions comes, you can easily choose the correct answer there. Okay, let's see the 30th question. In electromagnetic induction, induced EMF is independent of. So induced EMF is nothing but what? Change in flux with respect to time. Okay, what is that? First one they have given flux, density, magnetic flux density. Okay, now Weber will be the answer. So why sir Weber? So they have given only the flux. Change in the flux is the right answer. So we can say that Weber is our answer. It is not it, because actually options are a little bit irrelevant. Only this one is the correct answer. They have asked independent the answer. Okay, let's see the Weber. Magnitude of EMF produced in the coil when the magnet is inserted in it does not depend on. Okay, magnitude of EMF is produced in the coil. Okay, when the magnet is inserted to it. So think that there is a coil and when a magnet is inserted to it and EMF is introduced in the coil, they have said it does not depend on. So it does not. Speed of the magnet, it will depend. The more speed of the magnet is what, more fastly you move, more EMF will be induced. Okay, number of turns of the coil, that also to be dependent. Resistance of the coil, yes, that is correct. Magnetic movement of the magnet, that is independent. Okay, next one, 32 question. The direction of the magnetic field at a point due to a infinitely long wire carrying current is. So if you take any wire, current is passing through it, so magnetic field we can observe that according, if you observe this right hand thumb rule, what we have observed that when the current is moving through the conductor, magnetic field will be generated. Okay, so if you observe here, these two will be perpendicular to each other, so perpendicular to the plane containing the conductor and the point. Option number B. The direction of lines of force inside the solenoid. Okay, so will you like as the north and you like as the south. Inside the magnet is what? South to north. Option number B is our answer. 34th question. Which of the following is responsible for an induced current in the coil? Change in flux with respect to time is responsible for induced current. Change in flux, which is our answer. Change in the magnetic flux with the coil. Magnetic force of a current. So okay, I think first question I have first or second. The first page only I told. So what is effect of force formula on current? F is equals to Bill. F is equals to Bill when it is perpendicular. Okay, perpendicular, because actual formula is F is equals to Bill sine theta. Perpendicular means for sine 91, so we'll be writing it as Bill only. Bill or ILB. Easy to remember, Bill and ILB. A magnet is placed vertically on a paper. The number of neutral points obtained on the paper, only one neutral point will be present, that is our B. A small magnet is placed, so okay, small magnet is placed perpendicular to the magnetic field. Then what will happen to the force acting on the magnet result in? What happened? The force acting on the magnet will make this magnet to rotate. So rotational motion. Option number A. Okay, still are there. Let me zoom it. A vertical wire carries a current upward. Okay, magnetic field north of the wire will be directed. Tell me. A vertical wire carries current upward. Okay, current is moving upward direction. Okay. The magnetic field north of the wire will be. Okay, according to into the page and out of the page, if the current is moving upward direction, means dot sign. So the magnetic field will be anti-clockwise direction. So what is this? If you take north, east, south, west, anti-clockwise means which direction? South direction. Sorry, west direction. Option number westward. Current carrying loop lying in the magnetic field behaves like a. Okay, current carrying loop lying in a magnetic field behave like a. So what will be the answer from this? Magnetic dipole only, right? Dipole means two poles. Okay, so magnetic dipole. Assertion: when current is represented by a straight line, the magnetic field will be circular. That's one you know it. Okay, concentric circle. According to Fleming's left-hand rule, direction of the force is parallel to the field. No, always all the three factors will be perpendicular to each other. So assertion is correct, reason is wrong. Option number C is our answer. 42nd question. A horseshoe magnet of two poles are kept in both sides of a current carrying conductor. In this experiment, the direction of force is observed as. How we can find the direction of force? By using any rule, right? Any rule is given in the options. Yes, the wire deflects according to the right hand thumb rule. Option number D is our answer. Symbol dot indicates the direction of magnetic field out of page. Okay, the straight long wire carrying current along its length is kept perpendicular to the magnetic field. Okay, then the direction of the wire experienced by the wire is direction of wire experienced by the wire. Let's see the next question. Something is wrong in this question. Direction of wire experienced by wire is good. Let's see the 44th question. The phenomenon of electromagnetic induction is. The phenomenon of electromagnetic induction depends on what? Whenever there is a change in the flux, magnetic field will be induced. So what we can say that? What will be the option? Our a process of charging a body. That is wrong. I think it is our C. The produced induced current due to the relative motion between the magnet and the coil. Option number C is our answer. Something is wrong in this question. Okay, let's see the next question. Okay, 45th question, last page I think. Okay, magnet is moved towards the coil first quickly and slowly. The induced EMF produced is when a magnet is moved very quickly, then more amount of current will be induced. Okay, when you are moving slowly, less amount of current will be induced. So when it is quickly, more amount. When it is slowly, less amount. What are the options? Large or smaller? Wrong. Equal and wrong. Larger in the first case. Yes, quickly means larger. Okay. When a charged particle is moving through a magnetic field, it suffers a change in its. So we have seen when a magnet is placed near to the TV, distortion in the TV screen occurs. So what is that? There is a change in the direction of the motion of the electron. So we can say option number D. A straight wire is carrying an electric current. Okay. So we already know that a magnetic field will be induced in what? The concentric circle. So there is a lines of force that are circular lines encircling the wire. 47th question answer is 1. Let's see the 48th. End point of the solenoid when current appears of the anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise, it depends on clock phase rule. Okay, clock phase rule. Now when they say anti-clockwise, if you write the north, see here how I am writing north. Okay, this is about the anti-clockwise direction. So this is the direction of anti-clockwise. So what is that phase? It will be north pole. A metal ring is inserted through the soft iron cylinder. Okay, it is bonded by the copper wire. When AC is applied to it, what happens? Few minutes back only I told. So when it is wounded, when it is connected to a source, whatever the metal disc is there, it will be levitating through the cylinder. So what we can say that metal ring is levitated. So wrong now. Metal ring is levitated on the coil. 51st question. No force work on the conductor carrying electric current when it is kept what? No force will be applied on the current carrying wire if think that this is the magnetic field. Okay, when a current conductor is placed parallel to the magnetic field, then no force will be present on the wire. So what is that? Parallel to the magnetic field. With this we have completed 51 questions. Remaining questions we'll be discussing in our set 2. Okay, so have a good day. This is Madhu Mahesh Raj signing off. Bye.